pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mark Alderman. Jody Johnson. Here. Nancy Ellis. Gary Jericho.
Here.
Janine Hickey. Here. Frank Kara. Paul Martin.
And just for the minutes, Paul is just make my phone. I'm going to switch chairs, but that was too short. I can't even reach. I need a high chair for that one. That's who. Go ahead, laugh me all you want. That was true. Oh, now I can actually reach. Okay. Approval of the regular meeting minutes of November 10th, 2021. Motion for that, please.
Motion. Second.
Motion is second. Any question or discussion or anything? Roll call.
Jody Johnson.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis. Yes. Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Janine Hickey.
Yes.
Paul Martin.
Yes.
Mark Alderman.
Yes. Mayor's report.
The only thing I have to say today is my last meeting, and I'd like to thank everybody for assisting me in anything I've done, and for the bad things and the good things, and then the no-sayers and the hay-sayers. Thank you.
And I'm glad you said it that way, because we didn't always agree,
Right.
but that's okay, because we did it civilly. And I hope moving forward, the council continues to take the same approach, because that was something that, Paul and I have talked about this. It's okay to disagree, but we're all supposed to be here for the good of the borough, and Ed, I think you and I have always done that, even when we didn't agree with each other. So thank you for everything you've done. You've done a lot of years here. Okay, report of standing committees. Finance, Janine?
Now these I'm supposed to be. Okay. The total bills are $85,110.07. The bills paid are $11,808.02, and the bills to be paid are $73,302.05. I have a motion to pay the bills.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
The only question I have, Roberta, do we need to add on here when I called you about today for Tom Woods?
No, but I have it in with the bills. I told you that.
Yes.
I had already printed everything up.
Okay, but I'm saying, do we need, because that's not in the totals Janine just gave me, right?
Right.
Okay, so we probably should add that for a matter of keeping everything clean, right?
What's it for?
That was for the electric work he did downstairs for all the power. So I think because since we're going to go ahead and pay him this month, and she'd already had the bills printed up for the meeting before it came in, but he couldn't finish the work, so we should go ahead and get that taken care of.
Which is, all right.
Was it 2100, Roberta?
What was the name of it?
Tom
Wood.
Woods.
Tom Wood Electrical?
It's Thomas Electric.
Thomas Electric, you changed? This thing we have to have it in there to keep everything clean, if we are going to pay him this month. Everybody agrees with that, I assume?
Yeah, we didn't pay this month.
Yeah. He gave us a
That's
price.
what it is. I'll put it in 2100.
2100, I think that's what it's 2100. So we need to add that to the bill, 2100 to the bills to be paid. So, Janine, you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And Jody, you made the second, right?
No, Paul.
Oh, Paul did, I'm sorry. Paul, are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah, it's the cleanup for the year, right?
Agreed. Okay.
So it's 75,302.05.
Okay. Motion second. Any question, discussion, any other bills at all? Roll call.
Jody Johnson.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis. Yes. Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Janine Hickey.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I said
Paul
yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Mark Alderman.
Yes. Roberta, just for the hell of it, slide down here a little bit so Paul can hear you easier. It might be hard for him to hear on the phone. I know you're normally there, but it'd be hard for him to hear.
Your pal, Roberta.
I do.
Last meeting. He's feeling sentimental.
I am.
Sit on your foot.
Okay, Paul, is there anything else you want to add to on finance? Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, personnel, Janine?
I don't have anything.
Okay, Nancy, you have anything?
I have nothing.
I can barely, I can't even see you, man. You're kind of hiding behind Steve.
I have nothing.
I can hear you, I just couldn't see you. Public Works, Nancy.
Brooks, would you like to tell everybody what you're working on?
Getting
Already
ready for
said
winter.
most.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Just trying to get everything ready for winter. Trying to anticipate what may or may not do, but got the road issue to put taken care of on First and Fallowfield. Road plate is gone. Trying to get some groundwater issues resolved in a couple of streets, but so.
On the First Street, do we have to notify PennDOT or is that all done?
It was already taken care of.
Take care of it.
Thank
We
you.
have permission to work on this.
Appreciate that, thank you.
Hey, what about the 8th Street?
That's what, that's next on the list. That way, it's just getting jacked to return a phone call.
Okay,
So I'm just waiting on that.
thank you.
Okay. Jerry, you have anything in Public Works?
I do not hear anything about the backhoe.
It's been assembled, it's at the plant. They apologize for the wait.
We still didn't get that yet.
No.
Nope.
The first week of January is what Joe.
I was supposed to have had it the 7th of December.
I know.
And then it's been,
I'm pretty sure he said the first week of January.
and thankfully, from what I saw in the advanced weather forecast, I'm not going to have to meet up for a couple of weeks, but, I mean, we could make do, we still have a skid steer that I can load trucks with. Did I have to, but,
We're kind of question that.
Yes, Paul?
Is there any way that we can, I mean, given the amount of money that we spent and going through the whole package that they propose, is there any way to reach out to that company and say, hey, is there any kind of incentives, discounts, something else you can do? That's a pretty long delay and a pretty big order that a municipality is making. For them to lose another contract to somebody else, we get that mouth and everything gets a delay happening. But, I just feel that there's something maybe we can reach out to them, or, the Doug or Joe or whatever, somebody could reach out and ask them, is there any kind of incentive, is there any kind of discount, can you do anything for this? Because it's been a pretty much of a delay tactic to me, it seems like.
It doesn't, you're right, it doesn't hurt to ask. We can have Joe reach out to him and ask and see, did this, put us behind. So yeah, we'll have Joe. Joe is not able to be here tonight, he has an emergency come up. But I will talk to him in the morning and have him look into that at least. The worst that they can tell us is no, right?
Like Jerry said, which is true, thank God we didn't have an emergency that we went out and bought this because we were looking at it to do the 7th Street parking lot, but, now that's been a month and a half delay because we can't get the equipment in, so.
Right. No, that's a good point. Well, I'll talk to Joe in the morning and have him at least reach out to him.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, code, Jody?
Question.
Yeah.
Do we know when they're starting to pay?
That's spring, I think.
Yeah, they're holding off the spring now, is that right?
I mean,
Last time.
you have to have an ambient temperature of 40 degrees for the blacktop to go on. So it would be a calculated risk. I mean, we're going to watch the weather, we get the temperatures that we need. I assume they're going to try, but again, so now it's looking like probably spring, short of.
Are we guaranteed the same price now for then that we have now?
I would
Is it
think
gonna go up?
because contractually they gave us a price, so
Yeah, they gave us the
Yeah.
price and that's what they have to do.
Steve, is that right? When the paving, they gave us the price, they were, and then one of the reasons they weren't able to start because they were short on employees because they had the COVID issues, but they had several employees off. So they come back in the spring, they still have to stick to the same price they already gave us by contract.
The pricing is the pricing.
Right, that's fine.
I imagine they will approach us with increased costs.
Well, maybe not fuel's going down, hopefully,
True.
so they may end up doing better than they thought.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, code, Jody?
I mean, I'll touch a little bit for being sick, so I'm gonna let Jeremy.
Yeah, for the month, I issued 6 permits, 4 dumpsters, 2 demolition permits. There was 3 citations issued, 1 for property maintenance, 2 parking tickets, 14 occupancy inspections for the rentals, and then I issued 20 compliance orders. 2 were for rental inspections, 2 were for grass, rubbish and stuff like that, and the other ones, it's all miscellaneous stuff. There was 1 magistrate hearing. Currently, right now, me and Roberta are in the process of mailing out the rental license bill, which is the $52 per unit. And the property registration forms for Frank are still going out, still slowly coming in. The demolition's finished on 1014 Lower Meadow, and the demolition was started beginning of December. The buildings are down, they're not just not done on 517 and 519 Falcon. That's all I got.
The permits you set out, how many do you think you've sent out?
Permit?
Well, the things you're going for Frank.
Probably well over 300,
How many have you received back?
not even 100.
Thank you.
There are still more going out there, right?
Yeah, I have to handwrite the addresses, so
Because I know I haven't received money yet.
we probably don't have that.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else on the code? Okay, Parks and Rec, Paul, do you have anything?
No, not this time.
Okay, thank you. Please, we'll start with Jerry.
We have a meeting at 6 o'clock. I invite everybody to stay. No, the only thing is they did an agility test for new police officers. We only had 2. They both passed, but only one has their Act 120, so we can only use 1. Chad's working on trying to get together with other departments, and we can all advertise together and have maybe one big test for all the communities. And, you know, he's going to talk about some shorter, maybe tonight about it. It's getting harder and harder to be a policeman, of course. So, but if you want to hear more about police, stay till 6 o'clock.
Nice. Jody, you have anything? Yep, okay. Nancy, how about you?
There was a fundraiser in the Oktoberfest, and there was also the fundraiser November the 3rd up at Cody House, and I'll be reporting one of those in the police station.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, since you're here, is there anything you wanted to add? No? Okay,
I didn't even see you back there.
just thought I'd ask. Thank you.
Sorry, Chad, I didn't see you back there. I would ask you to see you.
Okay, fire and EMS, Jerry?
Bob, you want to give your report on that?
Okay, we had 46 calls in November, and we're up to 20 so far this month. The ladder truck we've not gotten back yet. Like everything else, they had one of their guys in the shop had COVID, and then the hydraulic place that fixes the hydraulics on it, I guess, I don't know if they had COVID or what. So I asked the fellow in the garage what he thinks it would be to fix it. He said, and there was some rust that they found on it that needs taken care of. He said anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 probably to get the truck repaired. That's just a rough estimate. And other than that, we've got Toys for Tots. I think the last day is on Friday. Our box next door is full. I think Madison, this one here.
There's one bag that I know.
Oh, is that all? Okay, so ours is full next door, so I don't know if anybody wants to put something out and say, you know, get a little push on here in the next couple of days.
I walked out here about 3/4.
Oh, there you go. That's good. And then We had an issue, Hep knows, we had an issue with I wrote a ticket to a person at 7th and the Meadow one day. We had a call during the day. The truck wouldn't make it through. It had to go an extra block and go down another street and back. It was just a nightmare. It was a small truck of all things. So on the way back after the inside, I still had tickets from when I did code. I stopped, put a ticket on. The lady came down and paid it, but she's been complaining for the last month about paying it. So I told her, and I think Hep talked to her, you paid the ticket, you admitted you're guilty, what's the problem? Well, she's mad because other people are parking in that same spot and they're not getting tagged. So I told her, I said, well, if you don't, the only thing I can tell you to do is call 911 and they'll send the police up and deal with it. And she said, well, she's going on. I said, ma'am, with the fire department's way, it's either two ways. Either we smash your car and you're going to have to pay to do the fix the damage on the truck. And I said, on top of that, if someone's house burns down or if it's a medical emergency and somebody dies, you're going to be held responsible because you refused to move your car. She said, well, my car it was partially in I guess it's not marked up here. I said, ma'am, the town doesn't even have to be marked. It's state law is you have to park 20 feet from the intersection. It doesn't have to be yellow line. It doesn't have to be how they put the T's out. I got it right here. It's 20 feet from the intersection. You were right up against the intersection. So, what are we supposed to do? I said, I wouldn't want to park here, and no, you're going to be responsible. And I said, you know what a fire truck costs? It's over $1 million. I said, you want to be responsible for $1 million and taking a truck out of service to protect four towns? I said, I wouldn't want to be sitting there. Can't you move your car across the street and park on 7th Street? Well, you're not allowed to park there. I said, yes, you are allowed to park there. It's just been a nightmare, and she was supposed to come tonight, but that's my side of the story, that she was parked illegal, she paid the ticket, and if she doesn't like it, then call the police every time that somebody parks in that stall to tag it. I don't know what else there is to do. You can't block the intersection with these bigger trucks.
Is that the car right for the Belgian Club?
No, it's 7th and Washington. 7th and Meadow. 7th and Meadow. Yeah, the other corner. I know up by the Belgian Club gets a little tough. The only thing up by the Belgian Club is if you're going out Meadow and they park like on the Meadow Avenue side, once in a while there's a couple of pickup trucks that stick out there. And if the people on the right side don't park against the curb, it's pretty, it gets to be a little tight going through there.
Matt called me about that one, what was that, on Meadow or Crest?
Matt, that was 7th and Meadow. What was that one?
It was that.
Yeah. People just got to learn. I understand there's more people, there's more cars, there's less spaces. And then she said to me, well, all my neighbors have garages and stuff, but they won't park in the garage, they park on the street. I said, ma'am, then go door to door and ask them, will you please put one of your vehicles in your garage so I have a place that's I legally park. She didn't want to hear that either. So I don't know what else to do. So next time we go up there, we're smashing it. And she's going to pay for her, but she's going to have her car and a $1 million fire truck damage because she don't want to park.
We'll have to smash the one on 60.
Can we edit that video?
What's that, Mark?
I said, can we edit that line from the video?
What do you want us to do?
No, honestly, what gets me about that is it gets back to the old two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
It's wrong to park there just because someone else is and they're not getting caught. Okay. But that doesn't make it right for her to do it.
Exactly.
And she's admitting to you that she's wrong.
Right.
She paid her ticket. It shouldn't even be a debate. And if her house was the one that didn't get saved in time because you weren't able to make a turn, she'd be down there screaming at you guys.
Yeah.
Right? Now you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, so I'll let you guys know where we're coming, so we said something, Facebooks or whatever, And Merry Christmas, everyone, and thanks for, I noticed the people going off of council. Thank you so much for all you've done over the last 4 years, or Mark, I think 2 years for the fire department. We really appreciate it. And because of your actions, you made our fire department a better organization. Thank you.
You're welcome, and it's well deserved. I don't know what you got off. I'm going to speak for Jody and I, was the ones that are leaving, and Ed. All three of us truly, and everyone does, but I'm going to speak for the ones that are leaving because that's what you addressed. Everyone here truly appreciates everything you guys do. You heard me say it, I'll say it one last time. I think you guys are crazy in a good way because you've been paying me to do what you guys do, so thank you.
I appreciate our time that we worked together, Bobby, and Matt too, and you guys are the best.
Thank you. And we're gonna miss you, you don't come out to the fire calls anymore, so.
Me and Ed will be there, I'll go get him.
No more.
I'll go pick him up, we'll be there.
Make him an honorary fireman, he'll be there.
He got our best out of us, he should be there.
He wants a helmet. He wants a helmet. Okay,
We got EMS, for November had 105 total calls, 101 emergencies, 4 standbys. Animal control, answered a total of 44 calls, 5 citations, 32 warnings, 1 animal bite, pickup 6, animals returned to owner 2, nuisance call 32, 1 cat trap. And that's it.
so close. Hey, I did get in the area around St. Andrew's Church, the cats are getting very bad down that area. Jody, you've probably seen it. So I don't know if there's anything planned down the road for any type of the spade and neuter program or not, but I got a text about it a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah, they're on my porch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, come up to my house. I have about 300 of them living in an empty vacant house, and it stinks.
So maybe you guys, I know it's been a while since they've had one of those in town, maybe next year. you can have one.
They've been taking them to New Eagle, and they're running the neuter scooter down there, and when it's not running, they're taking them into Pittsburgh to Animal Friends.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe when you get a chance when you talk to Faith, because you're in regular contact with her,
Yeah.
maybe you can have her look into doing something with it in the spring or sometime soon. Yeah, because it's getting bad. Like I said, this person, I told him it's all through town. He didn't realize it was all through town. Actually, he texted me about it. You can check on that.
They just took a whole bunch from up on Shady,
Okay.
and I mean a whole crew of them up there.
Okay.
Up my way?
Huh?
Up my way?
No, this was 8th and Shady.
Okay. Thank you. You got no more? Okay. Any public discussion on agenda? No. Good. Okay. Let's go on to the agenda. To approve the 2022 municipal budget.
Motion.
Okay, motion and a second there.
Second.
We already had a second. Paul.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Paul and Janine already got it. Any question or discussion on that at all? I just want to thank, obviously, the finance committee, but especially Joe and Roberta. You guys put a lot of work into that. It's become your little baby. We're proud of you for it. So thank you for your work you did on it. No other discussion on the budget. Roll call.
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Garrett,
Yes.
Janine Matiki,
Yes.
Paul Martin,
Yes.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yes. Number 2, approve ordinance number 1027, amending chapter 249 of the code regarding peddling and soliciting by adding a new section providing for the regulation of mobile food vendors.
Motion.
Motion second.
Second.
Any question or discussion on that at all? Roll call.
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Garrett,
Yes.
Janine Matiki,
Yes.
Paul Martin,
Yes.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yes. I guess one question I should have asked Steve. So does that take effect immediately?
Yes, because it's been, it's gone through publication, second reading, final adoption.
Okay, very good. Okay. Number 3, approve resolution for 2022 millage rate to stay the same at 6.85. Motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any question or discussion? So great job keeping the taxes at bay. Roll call?
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Garrett,
Yes.
Janine Matiki,
Yes.
Paul Martin,
Yes.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yes. Number 4, to authorize deed property at 118 Battlefield Avenue over to CFS Bank.
Motion.
Second.
Question or discussion? Steve, is that something you'll be doing, or do we have to, is that something that Rick does? Did Joe get a chance to talk to you about that today?
No, I haven't had a chance to talk with Joe about it.
Okay.
I'm assuming,
Property that works, sorry, I missed that.
118 Falco, that's the, where the fire was down in Falco
Right.
years ago. You want to give Joe a call in the morning and see the best way to do that?
yeah, reach out to them tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Number 5, authorize to retain ownership of the Meadow Avenue Park.
We need
Oh, you didn't vote. I'm sorry.
Jody Chesler.
Sorry.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis.
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Janine Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Warden.
Yes.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yes, I was just so excited to do that. I just kind of slipped over it. Well, I think we are excited for that one to finally get something done with it.
Get it out right, get it out of there.
Exactly, especially where it's at. Number 5, authorize to retain ownership of the Meadow Avenue Park from the GCCDC. Motion second.
Second.
Question or discussion on that at all?
On that, Mark, my only question is, since that's going to become back to our property, that we will be able to maintain it and, with park grants or anything, do what we want to do with it, correct?
Correct.
There's no stipulations on what we can or cannot do with that property, correct?
Correct. Now, we've already been maintaining it at this point. We've
Right,
been,
right, I understand.
we've been doing all the cutting and
If
maintaining.
they would like to make it a small, kind of child's park, or we wanted to do something else, there's no hindrance on what we can actually do with the property, correct?
No, at this point in time, it's basically been used as the walking trail is actually very used, regular see people there, and it's been used as a green space for the kids in the neighborhood. I will say that the kids use that very, very frequently.
Well, that's what I was looking at into too. I know we've talked about green spaces before, and I
Yeah.
mean, if we can get some kind of grants maybe in the future, in the spring or in the whatever, to try to look into maintain a bigger public green space.
Yeah, there's no stipulations on that whatsoever.
Okay, good, thank you.
Sure. Okay, roll call?
Jody Chesler.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis.
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Janine Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Warden.
Yes.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yes. Number 6, before I even ask for that, we don't have on here when the applications will be due. And that would probably be, I'm looking at a calendar, I don't have a calendar in front of me. No, it's not their meeting, so the reorganization meeting in January will be the 3rd, right? So
Organization, but the agenda meetings on the 5th and the regular meetings on the 12th.
I would suggest that we make the 3rd, will the office be open on the 3rd? Or do you guys close for the holiday? We close. So I'm going to suggest, I'm going to put on as part of the motion.
Okay.
No, the third will be
No, the 3rd will be open.
3rd, you will be open?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to suggest the applications we do on the 3rd. Okay, and I'll make that part of the motion. So number 6 is going to be to authorize to advertise the appointment of a board member to the authority of the Borough Water Board with applications due by 3 p.m. on January 3rd, 2022. A motion for that? Second?
Second.
Question, discussion?
I have questions on that though, Mark. In reorganization, it's technically not an official meeting. Are we able to take any actions on it?
Well, you're not necessarily having to take action. I'm just picking a date when the applications have to be in by. That doesn't, so in the reorganization, you guys can pick whenever you want to do it. I mean, I was just doing your regular meeting. I was just picking a date to have applications in for you.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Okay.
Can you do anything during the reorganization?
You normally don't.
Yeah.
Well, Shane was asking if you can do anything with the organization. You normally don't. The only thing you do is just, setting up your things that you do first.
Right, you set up your banks and all that stuff, and right, just reorganize. Yeah, and not letting you can, it can technically be a public meeting, which is advertised, but
I mean, technically, you don't want to really do anything. That would be fair to any income people, even though they may have asked us beforehand. You want to give anyone who's coming into the council in the reorganization, you want to give them time to review it. So whether next year the new group does it, if you agenda meeting or at the regular, it's their choice then. Okay. Who made the motion?
Jody.
And who made the second?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, thank you. Okay, roll call?
Jody Chesler. Yes. Nancy Ellis.
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Janine Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Warden.
yes.
Mark Carter, yes.
Yes. Do we have any redress of grievances?
Nope.
No? Okay, one thing I want to say real quick, and then I know Steve, something you want to say. Yes, it's my last meeting.
Oh, a little lumpy in your throat.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say nothing.
I know, thank you.
I was trying to.
I want to thank you guys. It has been an absolute honor to Pittsburgh. I know myself. I've been very proud of the people I've served with over the years. And like I said, with the topic we had earlier, we don't always agree, but this is a great community. I'm so tired of the negative people. I'm going to say this one last time. If you want to, instead of complaining, get involved. Those of us who are in this room see the same people participating in the Christmas event, the Halloween event, communities, anything we do, and everyone here does it. And there's certain people out there, the fire department obviously has been fantastic, but I'm really tired of hearing the people complain about this is not Charleroi from 1960. No, it's not, and no, it never will be. But either get involved or get the hell out of our way, because you're not going to get anything done by being negative all the time. And I am so very tired of the negative people putting this town down. We have a good community, and we have the same problems everyone else has. And I may sound like I'm on a soapbox, but I don't really care right now, because I've defended this borough my entire life. I will continue to when I'm seeing the other side of that fence, because I think the world is borough, or else I wouldn't do as much as I do. I've invested in my business, my property, my family, and I just want to thank everyone for what they've done to help this borough through the years. So that's all I have. Steve, you're up.
Thank you, Mark.
I would like to say something.
Sure.
I just want to thank everybody that's had my back for the last 4 years, the firemen especially. And with Mr. Yowie, I feel like I've had my own little personal cheer section over there. So I do appreciate you always being behind me. So, and I hope to be able to still help out whenever I can.
Thank you.
Well, in the spirit of farewells, I brought a letter, Mr. President, tonight. It's an honor to serve this borough. My time to do that's come to an end. I'm not going to seek reappointment. Next year, there's a new council coming in, and I think it's time for them to set their own course, have their own council to do it. I'll stay on until a new solicitor is appointed. I made a deal with Mark last year when he said he wasn't going to run again. A year ago, I said, well, if you leave, I'm going. So I don't want you to be sad. We'll have plenty of time to
more boat
watch baseball games or sit on the boat together
more boat time.
on Wednesday nights. But I do appreciate the chance to serve the borough. It's been 3.5 years. I think about the solicitors that you've had here, Judge Lucas, Judge Mascara. Those are big shoes to fill, and appreciate the chance to do a good job for you. So I want to thank each of you. Jody, congrats. Mayor, you flew up the stairs tonight. I've never seen you walk so fast.
When do you see him go down?
Where's your tears at?
Where's my tears? Mark got them all the way early.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
You've done more than people realize. Steve has been a sounding board, and he's been very helpful. And I don't think people realize how much he's done for this borough that he can bill us for. Quite honestly, he's taken care of us financially also, because he also cares about this borough. So thank you. Before I adjourn, I almost forgot, I do need a 5-minute executive session on potential litigation. So if we can just run next door for 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Okay, can I ask for a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Opposed?